Welcome back everyone to Pinetopia, where we are back in the Nether portal, where I have started work on our tunnel area. Now this is the location of the original Nether portal. So it looks like my little Nether hub here has consumed that location. And down in this direction, in inspecting it, it pretty much sets me into a little area where we started out at the beginning when we first spawned into the Nether area. So it looks like at the beginning everything's all nice and fine, but eventually it leads us into a lava lake, and I would prefer not to have to worry about falling into a lava lake. Thus, we're not going to do anything with this for the moment. Now, down in this direction, it leads directly to a lava lake. Not even a little introduction on the land side, so obviously we're skipping that one. Now on this side, it looks a little promising around here, but you see down there, it's not going to be too long before that leads into yet another lava lake. Actually, I think there's no way to avoid the lava lakes, because this is the area where I decided to start my little excavation in here. So I have decided to continue along the wall pattern that I have within the hub itself. And along the top, I am using deep slate, and whenever we have a trunk border, I am adding one of these shroom lights so that the area can stay reasonably lit. I'm using wood at the bottom, though I do have, I'll have a quick look over here, cobblestone beneath it, and the cobblestone there is just in case anything attempts to set us on fire. So that's our floor on there, and our ceiling, and our walls, and this will be the basis of our nether tunnel. Now, I am of course going to be needing some windows as we continue along, but I figure let's start out with the foundation. And the windows of course are there, so I can remind myself where I am at, but more importantly so that the tourists will be able to look outside and view the wonders of the nether. And it looks like despite my best efforts, I am coming up to another lava lake. Now the question is, will all this growth that we have in here keep me safe enough so that I could build without dying quickly? We'll find out. I tried continue along on this way, and it looks like you must have a lava fall around here or something like this, because as soon as I tried to open up through here, this little rainfall happened. And I think that I'm going to have to try to figure out where the source is and either plug it up or find some way around it, because this does not look like it's going to give me a good day. I have found the source. That fall right there, it seems to split up when it is that location there. Then it pulls up around here and then flows down here in order to cause me a great deal of trouble. And I certainly don't want that hitting the floor of my tunnel, seeing how I decided to make my floor out of wood. Unfortunately, it appears that the source is right along where this wall is, so I just can't simply let it flow down and let me get across it. So what I want to try to build the ceiling so that I'll be protected from the flow of it and have the flow go around it. Now, that means I'm going to have to be very, very careful in these next few sections, but the whole thing is going to depend on me doing the ceiling right. By the way, plan B is going to have a turn over in that direction, then resume by turning in that direction and continuing along my way. But I really want to go southeast, not southwest, so I want to avoid doing that if possible. Yet, I may be forced to if things just don't go right. So far so good, but this is going to be the tricky bit, and that is getting these pieces right over here. Yeah. That didn't go too well. I think I may have just made things worse. Well, here goes nothing. How about this? Just to surround this thing. And maybe I could guide it, at least away from what it's doing to me right now. I know. Good luck. I think I'm going to try to get rid of this plant, or whatever it is. And maybe, just maybe, it might allow this thing to behave a little bit better. Because I think it's that block right over there that's responsible for all of my grief. But can I get rid of it safely? Well, it appears nothing is going to convince it to go back into its original shape. Alas! Or is there something else causing it to be diverted? Hoglin decided to kick me into the lava in there, so I think I'm going to go after Plan B, because Plan A on that just completely failed. But before I go back into the Nether, I'm going to need to get some new equipment, because swimming in lava isn't good for anything. If there's a silver lining to this particular disaster, it allowed me to spend enough time here at the spawner to finally figure out why I was getting so many fewer zombies than I was getting skeletons. And the simple matter of it is that while at this spot right here, I am close enough to power that spider spawner that is currently lit up so I can't do anything with it, and the zombie spawner, and the skeleton spawner all at once. This spot right here, where I was often standing in order to be next to the barrels and the furnace, they were not close enough to the zombie spawner. So, the zombies just weren't being produced because I wasn't close enough to it. Now that I am in the right position, I get the right number of zombies. Back in the Nether, it's time to make my little turn. My plan is to turn this way, go a bit of a distance, and then turn that way. And eventually, when I think it's finally safe, then I will turn and go back in that direction. If I'm lucky, it'll be after there is enough ground in this direction that I might be able to just continue along in that way, because right now that direction is going to be rather unsafe to travel. So first thing I want to do is, though, to make this area a little bit safer for me, because right now it is rather, shall we say, dangerous. I don't want another hoglin to come and boot me down into that direction. If I'm going to get killed by a hoglin, I want to at least be safe enough for my equipment to survive. I've decided that I will tunnel through this section, and I'll only try to climb this hill if I'm forced to. Now, of course, if I run into a place where there is a large supply of lava or something like that, which I could avoid by climbing up, then that, of course, changed my opinion on it very quickly. But for now, I'm hoping that I could be a little bit safer by staying underground. I've managed to finish quite a distance in here after this turn, because here's where I had to turn for the lava. Here's where I went to get back on track. And I've gone on and on and on. So I've made it quite a distance in order to go there. Now, the only thing that made me decide maybe it's time for me to join you once again is that I finally ran into something that's a change in scenery, because I'm still here in the Crimson Forest. And when I opened this up, I saw this. It looks like I found a fortress. My first fortress of this one. Maybe I could do some potion crafting or something like that. But first, I need to, by the way, make sure that I don't get killed as soon as I step into the place. This is a rather interesting lineup where I managed to have the floor of the tunnel match pretty much with the roof. I think this is the roof. Yeah, this is the roof of our fortress. Good. And that means I should have no trouble just continuing the tunnel along the way through. Of course, I need to go and investigate this area, which is going to be a little bit tricky. So I'm going to get a little bit more light, a few more torches, and then we're going to explore. While I was gathering up more torches, I also upped my armor so that I'm in better shape to survive, just in case I run into a pack of withers. Doesn't sound like the best direction to go at the moment, so let's try this way. Alright, good. Good. Alright, that looks fine. Alright, so far so good. Let's see if we could find anything that is useful here. Preferably without running into a ton of wither skeletons. I certainly wouldn't want to run into a ton of withers, as I accidentally said before, because that would be... Hold on. Ooh! Yes, please. Actually, I was expecting it to be in the other room, and I thought, oh, let's check this place quickly before I go and do the serious location. Actually, I better also catch this soul sand. Well, let's see. Yeah, let's grab that. I may just have to duck this back. I think it needs a shovel though, right? Yeah, it needs a shovel. Ah, the one tool I don't have with me. Well, do I have any wood so I can amend that? Of course not. Now I think I see a chest up ahead, so let's see what's there. Maybe something nice and useful. No, I don't want to use that. Use the nether rack, which is cheap and easy to replace. Not the precious soul sand. Actually, let's put the soul sand down here so I don't accidentally do that again. 1 ingot. And chest may be the most valuable thing here. Ah, well, back the other way. Company! Alright. I had just gone away to stow away the nether wart. Yes, the nether wart and the soul sand, so that if something happened to them, I would be able to... Ah! I missed one. What happened there? Ah. just pick up there? Coal. Alright. What could be... What wonderful, valuable thing did I get there? Coal. Actually, considering... Alright. Am I all done with this? I don't think there are any more this way around. Hold on. Oh! Let's close this back up. I must have opened it up thinking I was going to be going that way next, but... Oh, okay. I didn't go up here. Ah! Of course, there was a stairway there. Now, what's up here? Oh, I completely missed this section. Nothing impressive here, though. Alright, so let's... Alright. Nothing useful. I would have done just as well if I did miss it. Now, this way. Other than a bunch of withers. Now, this I thought would be the interesting place, but I suspect it's not going to be after what I just saw. Definitely not interested. Ah! Okay. This is going to be a problem. Ambushed by withers. Wither skeletons. Perhaps I'll wait before going in that direction. And go this way instead. Maybe this time I'll run into 3 wither skeletons. Oh, this might just lead me to where I just ran from. Useless! I haven't run into any blazes yet, which are going to be necessary if I want to do potion making. Well, nothing but to go this way. Have my sword ready. What does my sword have? Knockback 2. I've never been so thankful for getting that enchantment. Alright. That way I only have to worry about one direction at a time. What's up this way? Anything up here before I open up the chest? A wither? Wither skeleton! Not bad considering I pulled out the wrong weapon. Alright. Well... I'll worry about that later. Now, what about this thing? Really likes giving me horse armor, doesn't it? And there's something else over here. gold and diamonds. That's much better. I should just broken it first. Alright, anything else? Oh, actually, I forgot. Do it that way. They can't go under those that are that high. I've been making things a little bit too difficult for myself. Another one of these. Ooh. Yes, please. Actually, before I collect that, let's secure the location first. Now I can grab this. Is this some sort of balcony? Yes it is. I didn't know these things had balconies. Surprise, surprise. Well, nothing there though. Okay, what is left? I went up here already, didn't I? Oh yeah, that place. Now, what about the mushroom? Well, chest. Well, I really don't need the mushrooms all that much. Is this just another balcony? Yeah. Just in case I get distracted. More gold and another diamond. No darky about the diamonds. Even if I wish I could have more. Nope, nothing that way. Is that the whole thing? Let me double check this side. Oh no, I see torches there. Oh yeah, I've been all around here. I didn't find any blazes, but I ran into some magma cubes. How they got here, I don't know. Well, I think I've checked every place now. So, no blazes. I decided to do one more survey in here, and I run into a blaze. I think it's a single one, not from a spawner or anything like that, but then again, oh yeah, sometimes they get in packs, don't they? Yeah, I've been through here before. Now, did I get any? I got one. Well, I have to borrow some equipment from a cleric if I'm going to be able to make anything with that. Oh, and now I got two. Now we're cooking. Now I better get out of here before I'm really cooking. I didn't get any blaze spawners there, but at least I did manage to find a couple of blaze rods. So perhaps I'll find a few more blazes later on to get a few more. And I got a good supply of nether wart and some soul sand, so I could have a plentiful supply of nether wart and perhaps other uses on that. So next time we are going to do some potion brewing when we return to the Museum of Pinetopia.